Poor Things is sure to take a lot of people aback. Its mixture of absurdist humor, explicit content, screwball comedy, and aesthetics, in addition to its blunt messaging, which is communicated in nearly every scene, creates a unique and polarizing experience. This odd mixture can even be off-putting for those familiar with this director's work, as he has never reached this level of explicitness in his previous projects. Throughout the film, we follow Bella Baxter, who at first appears to be a woman recovering from jumping off a bridge. However, we later learn that she is actually the child of that woman, her brain having been transplanted into her mother's body. This revelation makes her previous actions and her rapid development as a person make much more sense, as it mirrors the rapid growth of children. Of course, this development is widely accelerated to make the scenes of self-exploration and the exploitation of her by others seem more palatable for audiences, even though they are inherently disturbing considering her true age. The explicit scenes, due to the nature of films and the content fed to audiences over the last decade, will likely make viewers recoil and feel uncomfortable. Many claim these scenes are completely unnecessary and meant solely to titillate. This is, of course, not true, as they are a key part of the narrative, considering the film's themes and message. As soon as anyone besides Bella's creator and wet nurse encounters her, they are struck by her beauty and seem to value her for that alone. Her mental state is overlooked, and they view her as a potential bedmate or spouse due to her isolation and naivety. They see her as a pretty face they can use for their gratification, a trophy who won't ask questions or argue. This reflects the way many people perceive a woman's worth, not as an individual but as a malleable form to be shaped according to their expectations. Duncan is captivated by her for this reason. However, as Bella begins to develop, she desires to explore the world and grow, both mentally and physically, which is natural for anyone growing into adulthood. After a misguided choice, she decides to work at a brothel, a move that symbolizes her taking control of her own body rather than being exploited like many of her colleagues. She sees it as an opportunity to do work she enjoys and earn money, rather than merely as a last resort for financial survival. In doing so, she reclaims a profession that has historically exploited women. This personal evolution reflects a broader feminist awakening, but the film goes beyond individual empowerment. One of its more blunt moments occurs when she learns a lesson emphasized by many contemporary feminist texts: the importance of acknowledging the suffering of those exploited because of their race and economic status.
A lot of dead babies.
Oh.
Must be hot.
We must go help them.
The ending sees Bella fully reclaim her life, as her last connection to her and her mother's chained existence is severed. The state we see her in is one where she pursues what interests her rather than what is expected of her. Not only that, but she is helping the next generation avoid exploitation. The film is an unconventional coming-of-age tale that explores what society expects of women and addresses some core tenets of feminism. Despite some truly great comedic performances, as well as outstanding cinematography, directing, and production design, many viewers seem to dismiss the film early on purely because of the explicit scenes, outright arguing they are not necessary. These viewers seem unwilling to engage with the deeper themes of the film because they are immediately put off. They come across more like modern-day Hays Code enforcers than film enthusiasts or critical audiences. That's not to say discussion on the use of such scenes is useless, but when people say that any scenes involving intimacy are inherently unnecessary, not only in this film but in any film, it's simply not true. What strikes me as odd is the lack of conversation about what I find to be the film's most disturbing aspect: the lead character's age throughout. Bella's youth makes the risque scenes even more unsettling. Whether that was intentional or not is hard to say. That said, if I had to guess, it was likely a deliberate choice given the director's provocative and boundary-pushing nature. I also wonder how those who have read the book reacted to the many changes made for the film, especially considering how much was changed, including the character of Felicity, who reflects how others perceive Bella. That perception couldn't be shown as starkly without her. Also, the dynamic between Godwin and Bella is more like that of a father and daughter in the film, which makes him more sympathetic and makes Bella's reunion with him more impactful. Poor Things isn't an easy watch. It challenges viewers by confronting how society treats women and their choices, sometimes in a way that feels a bit too blunt. The film is definitely messy and can be tough to sit through because of its explicit content and obvious messaging. However, its boldness and stylish execution makes it worthy of attention. Do you agree with my explanation of Poor Things? Comment down below if you do or don't.